Hello everyone, it's Arab from Studio Reso, and today I'm bringing you another video on Tracer 700. So this is not my bike, I'm reviewing a Tracer 700 which is based on MT07 XSR 700, one chassis, one engine and one set of components. It's just the shape of the bike, the styling of the bike is different. And I got this bike from Power Biking to review, and I was talking to the salesperson, and what he told me that the popularity of XSR 700 and MT07 is being overtaken by the Tracer 700, and I can see the reason why the moment I sat on it, and I've just done like a minute of riding, and I can see what he means by that. It is a very, very comfortable bike. So I drive XSR 700, which I wouldn't class it as very uncomfortable one, but the moment I sat on it, you can straight away tell that you're riding a different bike. And the way Yamaha has done that with the same engine chassis, that all three bikes feel just like totally different bikes. This one is very upright, feels like you're riding a scooter. You're sitting upright with a wider handle. You've got a bit of wind protection as well, so it hasn't got full fairing. It's got just half from engine up, and it's got this tiny windscreen as well, which I feel would give you a little bit of protection. Yeah, you might not be able to tuck behind the windshield, but for the body and this tile, I can see you can do miles and miles on it. Twin headlights, yeah, I just saw that. Nice. Shame not LEDs. You can feel that it's not that agile. It's not that like around corners, like for filtering. But one thing I really like on this bike is the mirrors. They are really good. You can actually see something on them. On my XSR 700, they're useless. MT07, useless. But again, this is quite an upright bike with upright handle, so you tend to see more over your shoulders. One thing I really like is this matte black paint on this. It suits the character of the bike. You can tell that, you know what, this color is nice. I mean, if I have to buy this bike, I'm not really sure. I haven't done my research on how many colors are there, because I was never too keen on this bike anyway. But when I was told that, you know, just take this bike away and see, you know, what you think, and I was like, okay, why not? But if I have to buy this bike, I think it's going to be this color, matte black with black alloys. Okay, another thing which I really like about this bike is the clock. The dash of this bike is really good. On my XSR 700, it's a round clock, and information is quite crammed on it. You do see whatever you want and whatever you need for your ride. But this one is a little more comfortable to your eyes. A little bit, you just look down and then that's about it. In the XSR 700, as you see, that is a round clock, so the revs go around and they're not like tiny little lines. They pop out around the corner of the dash. So you can't really tell very quickly that what revs you're on. I like the power delivery on this bike as well. I'm not sure if Yamaha has made any changes to the power delivery to this bike, but it really feels a little bit more responsive. Not sure why. Is that because it's a brand new bike? Is that because it hasn't done a lot of miles? I don't know. You tell me if you own one. If I compare this with the bike which I had, that was Kawasaki ER6F, which is also known as Ninja 650. I I would pick up this because it feels a little bit more comfortable. It feels a little roomier, if that makes sense. I've got a bit of leg room. My legs, the way my knees are sitting next to the tank, I feel good. And I've got these rubber protectives, or I don't know, but it's definitely not plastic or metal. But it feels good. A little grippier. It started to grow on me. I like it. I'm getting around, what, 60 miles per gallon, which is not bad. Which actually is very good on my XSR 700. I don't get anywhere more than 50, 52, 55 if I'm lucky. I like the bike, but I wouldn't trade it for my XSR 700. But you tell me what you think of it. Is it for you? Are you riding one? And if you are, what do you think of it? Would you recommend this bike to anyone? But if you're in the market for a very comfortable and stylish commuter for every day, I think you can't go wrong with this. With Yamaha, you get that reliability. I've driven this bike for around 45, 50 miles now, and surprisingly, it started to grow on me. One thing which I really liked about this after 50 miles, that the seat is very comfortable. On my XSR 700, by this time I will be just wiggling around, you know, standing on the bike and just probably waiting to stop. But this one is very comfortable, and the suspension, because it's quite upright and it's quite a higher bike, it's very comfortable. It's taking little potholes really nicely, and because another way that you're sitting upright, so you're seeing over the cars. Yes, I'm not saying that on XSR 700 you don't sit upright, you do, but this one is a little higher and a bit more upright, so the field of vision is good. It's very comfortable. And another major thing which I just realized, that this bike has got the adjustable windscreen, and it's not just adjustable like a little bit, it goes like probably 4, 5, 6 inches maybe. But yeah, it is noticeable. So once you raise it high, it's good. And unlike other adjustable windscreens, you know, they rattle, but this one is quite stable, so it does not make any silly noise, no vibrations. So I'm going to go on the motorway now to see that how it feels. But these two little screws, you undo them, and then if you get a hang of it, you can do it while riding. But I could put it down without stopping, but to raise it fully I had to stop. I'm not sure if it's the feature or is it like one of those things that, you know, you just gets loose with time. My shoulders, my neck are not getting battered by the wind, even though it is a little windy today, but it's very comfortable. So here is a quick walk around of the new Yamaha Tracer 700. So as you can see, it's matte black with the plasticky tail, and apart from that, I really like the touch, the aluminium and black combination on this bike. So let's start from the tail, as we call it, the ugly tail. As you can see, how massive is that? Why would you put such a massive tail? The tail should not come more than here. So the first thing, which I'm sure that everybody, whosoever's going to buy this bike, is get rid of this ugly tail, chop it off, another tail will come and sit here. So this thing will come here. That'll make the bike look nicer and do a little bit of more justice to the 180 rear tire. Because at the moment, if you see, the tire looks quite thin. Once this massive ugly tail goes back, it's going to make the tire look really good. Okay, so enough of the tail talking. You've got LED tail lights, single disc, which seems alright. And then one thing I hate about this bike, which I can't recommend at all is the exhaust. It sounds like a 125cc scooter. That's exactly what I did on my XSR 700. Got rid of it within the first month. Tracer, our fairing, which I was telling you about, and that's how it looks from the side. It's a very neat looking bike. It looks really good. I'm quite impressed with the styling of it and the comfort as well. I mean, I was sitting at 70-72 without any problems whatsoever. Okay, so you've got your fuel tank here, your single seat, which is comfortable. I've done 40 miles and I feel all right. Quite a good support there. And these hand grab rail for the rear passenger. Got the same exhaust as MT07 and XSR 700. Your foot pegs are really good. You feel that you have got more leg room, and because of this is plastic. It's a sticky plastic or something, but it gives you really good support on your inner thighs, so good for long journeys. Your front tire is again 120, if I'm not wrong. Where is 120? It's hidden away, but it's 120 with a double disc. Good. A rear little reflector here. You've got a radiator, big one there, and obviously you'd want to cover it to protect it. Twin headlights, again very old school halogen headlights. I don't know why we're not putting LEDs there. Okay, so you've got these protectors just over the indicators, which look quite neat, if you ask me. So that adds on to that tourer, or the sports tourer look of this bike. One thing I've just noticed, that this has got daytime running light LEDs. Okay, somewhere they put LEDs. Thank you, Yamaha. The mirrors are really good, so you can see exactly over your shoulders without any problem whatsoever. But if you see, the bike looks really nice from every possible angle. It feels like you're riding a bigger bike, which is always good. And when you're on the motorway, you get a little bit of wind protection. I'm not really sure that what this little fairing is gonna protect you from, but it is good. Overall, I like the bike. I'm not gonna buy it for myself, but if you are looking for a good tourer, a reliable tourer, or a commuter, I don't see any reason that you would not like this one. So have a go at it. It's a nice bike. Yamaha's always doing a good deal, so you know what, I'm sure that you can grab one for yourself. And now the sound test. So if I just power it on, okay. Okay, as you can tell, the sound is quite disappointing. You will have to do something about that exhaust. A quick walk around of the MT07 Tracer. Thank you for watching. Ride safe.